Welcome back to another Patchnotes discussion for Icarus. I'm back from vacation, so we can do the Patchnotes again. Both Carl and Echo not able to join today, so it's going to be solo. But let's quickly get into it. We are in week 173 for Icarus. This week we have a new 9mm submachine gun and a 5.56mm assault rifle. Now the old light automatic carbine has been discontinued, sunset. The submachine gun and the assault rifle being introduced as replacements for the light automatic carbine. Now week 173 brings the long-awaited rework of our firearms range, introducing the submachine gun and the assault rifle as replacements for the now sunset light automatic carbine. Now the submachine gun is similar in style, using low caliber 9mm ammunition, pistol rounds, with a fast fire rate, while the assault rifle keeps the look of the light automatic carbine, so the same mesh, but it uses a new ammo type, the 5.56mm rounds, at a slower fire rate with more punch, or new, probably gonna be the normal rifle rounds. So slower fire rate, but more power, more punch. Couple of notable improvements this week. Increased leniency on the vapor condenser waves, reducing cases of creatures getting stuck and interrupting the flow of the event. Later on in the patch notes a little bit more info about this, but you don't need to kill all the animals from each wave anymore. If there's always like one or two or so animals getting stuck, and you have to run around and try to find them, etc. Now you only have to go, I believe there's like 10% lenient, so as soon as you have killed 90% of each wave, the next wave will start. This will make it easier for you to complete the waves, because you don't have to run around and hunt for the stragglers anymore, or not that much anymore. Another nice one. Bees now return to the nest if they get outside a certain range. Not sure what the range is, but we will see. Even if they have attacked recently. Now we have seen before where bees were following you like halfway across the map, and you like outrun them for a while, but then you get back to base, do your nice busy in base, crafting stuff, and all of a sudden the bees arrive and start attacking you. Bees will now go back to their nests if they get too far away, so this is a nice one. Also, drastically reduce the cost of the plants required for cocoa, wild tea, green tea, coffee, and coffee with cream drinks. Again, numbers about this further in the patch notes. This week we get the submachine gun. This week we are adding the new submachine gun to Icarus. Now this new firearm uses the 9mm ammunition rounds, so pistol rounds. It has a capacity of 20 rounds per clip and a rate of fire of over 400 rounds per minute. Probably not counting the reload. It also reloads in a lightning quick 3.2 seconds. Now one could say, hold a minute, the old light automatic carbine it lost durability very quickly, so nice for one boss fight, but if it's a bigger boss fight you will have to use multiple carbines. That has been changed as well. The submachine gun trades speed and fire rate bonus for a slight decrease in reduced damage, so pistol rounds don't do as much damage as rifle rounds. Makes sense. Headshots will deliver less damage compared to the assault rifle and slightly less general damage as well. However, it now does have 3 times the durability of the old light carbine. So it will last considerably longer before needing to be repaired. Chains, you no longer need a titanium ingot for repairing it, but you need a titanium plate. One plate costs 3 ingots, so all in all the repair costs are the same. However, it loses durability a lot slower. So you can use one carbine for multiple boss fights now. Very nice, because this was kinda holding back the carbine, which by the way also made it less OP. No reduced durability loss makes it more powerful and more useful. 9mm ammunition is the same as the ammunition used in the current array of pistols, making it much cheaper to craft. This will be handy when you shoot up to 400 rounds at your target per minute. A lot of bullets, luckily cheaper crafting. As we have mentioned in previous weeks, this submachine gun will be replacing the light automated carbine, and all existing carbines in game will be converted over to the submachine gun with this update. So if you start your game after the update, you're like, where's my carbine gone? It has been replaced by the submachine gun. So I reckon the crafting cost of the submachine gun will be similar to the crafting cost of the light automated carbine. Let's have a quick look at this image here. There we go. See, the submachine gun is gonna replace the light automated carbine, the weapon itself. However, the mesh of the light automated carbine has been used now for the assault rifle. As you can see, the ammo capacity of the submachine gun is the same as the old light automated carbine. Slightly lower rate of fire per minute and slightly longer reload. The assault rifle fires slower, has a longer reload and less ammo capacity. However, it does do more damage. The submachine gun minus 25% projectile damage. This is not in the assault rifle. Right. This week, ammo rework. This week's theme of firearms also includes a rework of our ammunition options, which aim to provide a more accurate pairing between weapon and bullet. So here's a list of everything that's been added or changed. The pistol rounds have been replaced by the 9mm rounds. Rifle rounds is now the 7.62mm rounds. Assault rifle, new ammo type, 5.56mm round. Shotgun shells have been replaced by a 12 gauge buckshot. We'll have a look during subsequent gameplay at the new weapons and the new ammo. Another one this week, the assault rifle. Now we are doubling up on firearms this week, adding a new assault rifle also that uses the light automated carbine mesh. This weapon fires 5.56mm rounds, clip capacity of 15, 300 rounds a minute, reload 3.6 seconds, where the submachine gun has the 3.2. But since it uses higher caliber ammo, it packs more power and will deal more damage for its small capacity. This week, ask your Great Hunt questions in the live stream. There's a link here to the Twitch channel, Rocketworks Twitch channel. They stream every Friday at 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time, or Thursday 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're inviting you to jump in this week and ask any questions you might have. The team will do their best to answer them without getting into much trouble. So, do you have any questions about the Great Hunts or anything else that's coming soon in Icarus? Go visit the dev stream and you can ask the devs directly. Next week, some seed and farming changes. Next week we are making some changes to how you gather seeds to plant your own crops. More details to come. A little bit of a teaser, no more details at this moment. Now, your support makes these updates possible. If you want to support the devs, you can go for the loose DLCs, the Pets Bundle, which is 3 different DLCs, the Creatures Comforts Pack, which gives you, what is this one? Some more foodstuffs and saddles and stuff. The Pet Companions, which gives you extra variants of the dogs and the cats. And the Zebra Rescue Mission, which is the only way you can actually get a zebra as a mount. Or you go for the completer set, basically buy everything you don't have yet. This is a dynamic set, it looks at Steam like what do you have, what don't you have yet. And it'll give you everything you don't have yet. Other DLCs, again, if you want to support the team, feel free to buy one of the DLCs. New content, basically the new submachine gun and automated carbine. Let's see, this one, adding logic, so when removing a fire suit or a backpack or an armor piece with the slots attachment, anything that was in inventories and cannot fit in the inventory anymore will try to be replaced before being ejected onto the ground. Now, in the past, removing your bag would throw items that did not fit onto the ground instead of trying to place in a hotbar. Obviously, it'll only help so much because at some point your hotbar is full and then the items still will fall on the ground, but it will now primarily try to fill your hotbar. Disabled kill cam support on automatic weapons. Kinda makes sense, you know. If you fire burst mode and you get a kill cam, there's multiple bullets basically flying around whilst you're in the kill cam. So, yeah, good. Fixes. Allowing the vapor condenser completion with 10% of the creatures still alive. This prevents creatures getting stuck, preventing completion. I mean, creatures will still get stuck, but as soon as you hit 90% of a wave, it will complete that wave. Gonna make it way easier for you to complete the vapor condenser. I'm quickly going through these here. I've been traveling all day and I do want to get some gameplay in still, so. Bees now return to the nest if outside certain range, even if they've attacked recently. We've talked about this one. Reducing chance of woolly zebra audio nigh. Some more audio UI adjustments. Remove highlight logic from building upgrade actionable, as it was already running on the repair actionable. Both of which are simultaneously running on the hammers since the merger of the hammers, you know, the building hammer and the upgrade hammer. Those were 2 different items way back. Fix issue which caused custom depth to permanently remain on building pieces once they had been highlighted by the hammers, causing the occlusion culling to fail permanently over time. Been quite a few weeks ago since we talked about occlusion culling. Had to do something with, I believe, like weather event inside buildings. And they made changes to occlusion culling to improve performance, something to that extent. Been a while. Disabled weather culling mesh on building wall pieces because it was causing highlights to fail. They're not thin enough to not need it anyway. Fixing coffee with cream recipe as it was still using 40 coffee plants to craft. This is part of the reduced plants needs for drinks, which is the numbers are here. Drastically reduce the cost of the plants required for cocoa, wild tea, green tea, coffee with cream from 40, 20, 30, 20 respectively to 5. So now you only need like 5 coffee bean for a coffee, 5 cocoa for a cocoa, 5 wild tea for to make the actual tea. So they can now actually be used without a large farm and talents. Previously it would cost about 13 wild plant harvest with no stats, so no extra talents, and no talents for extra harvesting. You needed to harvest about 13 plants to make your drink. 9 if you use a sickle, and if you were using crop lots, farming, sickle, talents, everything, still needed quite a few plants. So less beans, less plants needed to make your drinks. The Add to Stacks button no longer automatically sorts the inventory after stacking items. This sorting was causing problems with autocrafters such as furnaces, drying racks, campfires, etc., where the order in which you have them in the inventory of the bench, of the deployable, it actually changed the order in which they were processed. So add to stacks and all of a sudden it changes around the order in which the ores are in your furnace. Yeah, you don't always want that. So good. Allow curtains to be crafted on the electric textiles bench. This is from last week's update, which we'll have a look at during this gameplay as well. Let's quickly go through the future content. Since I have been traveling all day, I haven't gone through all of these already, so I have to like pick the interesting items out whilst we go through them here. Adding code to the accolade subsystem so it can recognize and read a Great Hunt row handle. This can be displayed in the task list for completing all missions in a Great Hunt. Good. Setting up the missions list for the Great Hunt achievements. Implementing a new achievement which requires extracting 1000 biomass. Okay, good. New achievements to be achieved. Adding new seed fertilizer item, which enables seeds to be gained when harvesting. Aha, for next week's change to seed harvesting probably. Reduces produce yield and provides a big increase to the seed yield. Okay, it's a special fertilizer. If you use it, you gain less crops, but you get more seeds. Interesting. New talent. Prolific crop, which increase planted crop seed yield. Again, I reckon in preparation for next week's update. A couple of them for the seeds here. Another talent, Seed Master, which increases harvesting crop seed yield. Aha, so this is for farming. This one harvesting, foraging, farming and sickle. So this one, like every plant you plant in a crop plot will give more seeds. And seed masters get more seeds from harvesting. Seeds for seed oil, for biofuel, etc. Seed oil which you need for cakes. You need a lot of oil for that. Seed animal food, seed crackers, etc. Yeah, seed is like we have done it before, where we were like harvesting tons and tons of fiber just for the seeds. Like drop the fiber, keep the seeds. Less of that needed in the future. Good, good. Adding new seed scaling logic based on seed yield reward stats to both wild plants and farmed plants to be used on seeds when seed rework is enabled next week. The stats for foraging and farming and reaping seed yield now works as intended. Good. More rework for the new seed stuff. Adding new threshing attachment for sickles that will enable harvesting of seeds after the seed rework has been implemented. Interesting. Will this be like increased seed yield or seeds only? Probably increased seed yield. Still, nice one. Adding tier 1 seed extractor item. Oh, cool, cool. And adding crop to seed recipes for all current crops for the seed extractor. Okay, so you harvest a crop, you can turn them into seeds in the seed extractor. That's gonna be an interesting one. I like that. Okay, let's see. Slug boss large trophy has been added, probably for the great hunts. Quickly go through here. Same for the ape trophy. Update wording, the wording on the Rhyme Tusk Sledgehammer. Add icon for laptop collectible, so we're gonna get computers in game, huh? Nice. Some work on Elysium. I'll double. Let's see. Fix issue. Fixing issue with Great Hunt achievements, where completing any Great Hunt mission would count as progress for all 3 campaign achievements. Each mission will only complete once now for each of the campaign achievements. Makes sense. You do 1 mission, it should only count to 1 of the campaign achievements, not to all 3 of them. Adding talent archetype data to Great Hunt data table, so the hunts can be categorized if needed. Okay, not something we'll see right away. Adding trackers to Great Hunt achievements to finish all missions. Implementing Steam ID connections so progress can be seen on Steam. Okay, so you can on Steam look at your Steam friends and see how far they are with the Great Hunt missions. Nice. Let's see. Any more interesting stuff? So far, it's just some more work on the legendary weapons here. Some more Elysium work. Deployment trophy golem 2. That would indicate there are going to be multiple versions of the trophy. Interesting, so kill him more than once. You want to do it anyway for more biomass. But then you can make more trophies as well. Cool. lamb carcass and workshop item icons for the whole husbandry update, I reckon. Stopping the lamb from being visible when carried on the player's back. What? So as you put it on your back, it turns invisible? Interesting. Let's see. I think that's the most interesting part of the future content as well. Oh, hold on. This is a big one. Adding ability to swap out enviro suits on planet. Up until now, if you wanted to... hey Archimedes. Maybe it was visible to the player carrying the lamb, like first person view. Yeah, true. And in that case, it is nice if it doesn't get like in your field of view. Like if you carry a wolf on your back, or on your shoulders actually. If you walk, it's fine, but if you like sprint or jump, it like gets right in front of you. So, okay, from that point of view, I can understand, and I definitely would appreciate it if the lamp would not block your field of view. Indeed. Yeah, this one. Swap out a virus suits on planet. Like up until now, if you wanted to change your virus suit, you had to like fly back up to space. We did it in our current solo open world, and I had to travel like a quarter of the map to get to my drop pod. Without any armor, cause I was wearing planetside crafted armor. Well, actually, I made a little shack next to the drop pod where I put everything in. But yeah, if we are going to be able to swap out enviro suits whilst on planet, we don't need to travel back to our pod for it no more. That's going to be a nice one. I think I'm going to enjoy this one. It's going to make swapping out enviro suits a lot easier. You know, right now you're like, yeah, I have to travel all the way back to my pod. I have to like drop off everything, etc., etc. Too much trouble. I'll just keep my current suit. This way, though, it's going to be way easier. You just okay. I'll just call down a new enviro suit and I'll quickly swap them out. I will be having multiple enviro suits on the planet side, I reckon. Yeah, interesting one. I'm gonna like this one. But yeah, these were the patch notes. Uh, again, Carl and Echo aren't here, so I had to do it on my own. I'm gonna take a quick break, 10-minute break, getting a quick smoke, and I will be back with a new stream on my solo open world, and we'll test out some of the curtains from last week, and we'll have a look at the new assault rifle and submachine gun, new ammo types and everything. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed watching me and listening to me going through the patch notes. Like I said, I'm gonna take a 10-ish minutes break, going for a quick smoke, and then I will be back with some gameplay. So again, thanks for being here, and I hope I'll see you folks in a bit.